Welcome to the virtual question and answer video explaining the components and requirements of the Specialty Crop Block Grant Program. Through this informational video, our goal is to review and answer some of the most frequently asked questions and provide some thoughts and insight that will support you to develop higher quality, more fundable proposals. So let's dive right in. First, before we go any further, we have to define what specialty crops are considered to be here in North Dakota. For the purposes of this grant program, specialty crops are defined to be fruits and vegetables, dried fruit, tree nuts, horticulture, and nursery crops. If you are working with any other type of crop, then this grant opportunity is not for you. The purpose of the Federal Specialty Crop Block Grant Program is to solely enhance the competitiveness of specialty crops. This mission statement should guide the overall development of your project. Enhancing competitiveness may include developing local and rural food systems and improving food access in underserved communities. Specifically, grant purposes may include leveraging efforts to market and promote specialty crops, assisting producers with research and development relevant to specialty crops, expanding availability and access to specialty crops, and finally, addressing local, regional, and national challenges confronting specialty crop producers. With the four eligible purposes, the types of projects supported by the Specialty Crop Block Grant Program vary. However, successful projects will fit within one of the following 8 categories: enhancing food safety, improving the capacity of all entities in the specialty crop distribution chain to comply with the requirements of the Food Safety Modernization Act, investing in specialty crop research, developing new and improved seed varieties and specialty crops, pest and disease control, increasing child and adult nutrition knowledge and consumption of specialty crops, improving efficiency and reducing costs of distribution systems, and lastly, sustainability. Proposals will be accepted from nonprofit organizations, producer organizations, government agencies, universities, and other organizations related to North Dakota's specialty crop industry. Individual producers, for-profit businesses, or commercial entities may submit proposals. However, the project must focus on research, education, or demonstration and must benefit the specialty crop industry in a manner that can be replicated by other organizations. Further, several other funding non-negotiables have been identified. Again, projects must enhance the competitiveness of specialty crops. Consider carefully whether your project is likely to have spillover benefits for non-specialty crops and whether the Specialty Crop Block Grant Program is the best fit for your project. Projects must benefit more than one product or organization. The Specialty Crop Block Grant Program will not award grant funds for projects that solely benefit a single commercial product or provide a profit to a single organization, institution, or individual. This means that the program will not provide funds to start or expand a farm or other business venture. In addition, recipients cannot utilize grant funds to compete unfairly with private companies that offer equivalent products or services. And finally, please note that hemp is not considered a specialty crop. The project submitted for consideration can last up to 2 years, with project implementation timelines beginning on October 1st, 2021, and ending on September 30th, 2023. Funding cannot be utilized for expenses related to projects that are incurred before October 1st, 2021, or after September 30th, 2023. Additionally, the Specialty Crop Block Grant Program is unique in that there isn't a minimum or maximum funding request amount. Although no minimums or maximums, the average award size for fiscal year 2019 was $113,100. Examples of enhancing the competitiveness of specialty crops include, but are not limited to, research, promotion, marketing, nutrition, trade enhancement, food safety, food security, plant health programs, education, buy local programs, increased consumption, increased innovation, improved efficiency and reduced costs of distribution systems, environmental concerns and conservation, product development, and developing cooperatives. Examples of successful projects may include a single company or nonprofit organization requesting funds to provide a viable pollination alternative to specialty crop stakeholders in a region that currently does not have one. Another example of a successful project may include a single grower requesting funds to demonstrate the viability of small fruit production and partners with an extension program to publicize the working model of diversification to other regional growers. In 2021, several priorities have been identified. Successful projects may incorporate any of the following priorities, with the first priority being providing farmer education on specialty crop. This may include supporting or elevating farm-to-institution practices, value-added production, disease and pest management, farm and food safety, organic and non-organic food production, use of beneficial organisms, and business development. The second priority for 2021 is supporting research in the areas of specialty crop. This may include disease and pest management, variety testing and selection, organic and non-organic food production, use of beneficial organisms, and adaptability and resiliency. The third priority for 2021 is planning and supporting infrastructures that create or support specialty crop. This may include supporting or expanding storage, processing, farm-to-institution relationships, and pest management assistance for farmers. The final priority for 2021 is increasing consumer awareness of the value of specialty crops. This may include education and market development. Now that we've talked about acceptable examples of projects, we can review what won't be considered for funding. A few examples of unacceptable or unsuccessful projects include a company requesting grant funds to purchase starter plants and equipment used to plant, cultivate, and grow a specialty crop for the purpose of making a profit or to expand production of a single business or organization. Another example, a single specialty crop organization requesting grant funds to market its organization so that it can increase its membership. Further, several expense exclusions exist. Grant funds will not be awarded to projects that solely benefit a specific commercial product. It will not benefit products that provide a profit to a single organization, institution, or individual. Grant funds cannot be put toward capital expenditures. They also may not be used to make improvements to capital assets that materially increase their value or useful life. Expenditures incurred prior to grant award may not be included in the grant request or eligible for reimbursement. And finally, administration or indirect costs cannot be paid for with these grant funds. Once a project idea and partnerships have been formed, it is important to assure that you are ready to apply. The first step is to read and understand the 2021 request for applications, which will be released on December 1st, 2020. The second step will be to assure that the lead entity has the required federal registrations, including a DUNS number. Finally, the application package must be submitted by 4 p.m. on January 13th, 2021. All applicants are required to submit the 2021 Specialty Crop Block Grant Program application cover sheet and project profile application to scbg@ndda.gov. All applicants have the option of preparing and submitting letters of support from project stakeholders for consideration, along with the application. The optional letters of support also need to be included within the application package and submitted by the deadline for consideration. Now, the work doesn't stop when the application package is submitted. Should your project be selected for funding, there are a few guidelines and requirements that selected applicants will need to follow. For example, selected applicants will need to sign a notice of grant award indicating their intention to complete the proposed tasks and authorizing the North Dakota Department of Agriculture to monitor the progress of the proposed project. Sign a requirement for notice of grant award document stating that you understand the terms and conditions of the grant agreement and the federal laws that need to be followed. Sign a W-9 and set up an account with the North Dakota Office of Management and Budget in order to receive payments. Manage the grant financial expenses, as this grant is strictly on a reimbursement basis. Regularly report on grant activities and financials using provided templates. And lastly, manage the grant financial records and documentation to ensure the funds are being used for their intended purpose in compliance with federal cost principles and regulations. Applying for the Specialty Crop Block Grant Program takes time, care, and a thoughtful plan, but application assistance is available. Interested applicants can receive direct support and technical assistance from Deanna Grzeski, Specialty Crop Block Grant Program Administrator. As we close the video, it's important to reiterate a few items. First, be sure to access the Request for Applications, which is released on December 1st, 2021, and read it carefully. Finally, assure that your completed application is submitted by the deadline, which is January 13th, 2021 at 4 p.m. Thank you for your time and good luck.